Hey everybody. All right, so last week I created a poll asking what you guys want to see. Last week I talked about and I put up my highest converting landing page. So if you haven't seen that, definitely see it. There was a lot of good feedback that I got from that. Definitely check that out if you want to see my highest converting landing page. Today and this week I want to talk about some online tools that I use. I was thinking about which online tools I should talk about, and I have these are pretty much the tools that I use right now. But more important than that, we need to talk about some online tools that everybody needs, and that's pretty much how to buy domains and who your hosting should be. So anytime you have a website, you need two things: you need to buy the domain, and you need to host your domain somewhere. Buying a domain is relatively cheap. It usually should be about $15. There's two big companies that really you should look into to use. So it's either GoDaddy or NameCheap. I ended up using GoDaddy. If I would start over and if I would buy new domains, I would probably buy it from NameCheap. From what I know, NameCheap is supposed to be better, cheaper. If you're new to buying domains, just use NameCheap. And then when it comes to hosting, I've been through multiple companies. Definitely do not use GoDaddy hosting. They're a little bit overpriced, and they're not the best. That's the big thing. For hosting, it does really matter who your hosting is, because it does affect your site speed. So be very careful and do your research about who you get as your hosting. Do not use GoDaddy. You could probably find better options. There are the two best options that I know of, and I've done my research for this, is BlueHost and Siteground. I first used BlueHost until I realized that I was probably paying too much. BlueHost is they do a lot of marketing. They're kind of like the LegalZoom of hosting. They spend a lot of money on marketing and they charge high, and then they give out a lot to affiliates. So they pretty much charge high and then give a lot of that commission to affiliates. I would not use, even though I do for a couple of my websites right now, I have BlueHost. If I would start over, or if I would get hosting, which I do for a couple of my websites, I would use Siteground. Siteground is super cheap. It's super fast. It's great, amazing. Just you can't beat this price. You can't beat their service. So for domains, use NameCheap, and for hosting, the best one is Siteground. Later this week, maybe tomorrow, I'll go into some more of online tools that I use. I'll go into more details. So if you guys have any questions about any of this, please let me know. If you like this video, go ahead and like it, comment, let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you guys soon.